Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, this is Billy, and this is an introduction to the Blade's Firebolt. We're going to walk you through some controls. This right here is a 50 watt high gain model, but it's not a one-trick pony. What we installed is we installed switches down here to basically take the amp through all kind of levels. Basically we can go from Plexi, JCM 800, JMPs, all the way through the hot rodded sounds of modern metal. You can go ahead, this thing will take you anywhere from Jimi Hendrix, AC/DC, Van Halen, Megadeth, Metallica, and therefore so on. Now this is a Jose modded circuit, but the switches help you take the level down. So this is a very versatile amp. You can use this for many things. Except for country. I don't know, you could probably get away with country, but I wouldn't chance it. This is all about balls and power. Okay, first of all, you got your standard fair power and standby switch. You got your presence, bass, middle, treble, master 1, gain 1, and gain 2. Now the gain 1 and gain 2 are split up like old Plexi channels, but they're bridged. Each of them has their own gain and tone. You can fiddle through these to figure out any way you want to set the amp. Okay, and just set the tone controls to taste. Now down here we got the selector switches. We have a mid shift, which basically goes from vintage to middle to modern. The vintage is basically like an old Plexi. Now you got the middle, which is a little bit heavier, and then the modern, which is heavier yet. Then we have the bright switch. The bright switch in the left position is basically your standard fair bright switch on a Marshall. To the right, we're looking more Van Halen territory. He used a very high treble cap in his Plexi amps, and this mimics the treble cap that he used. So left is normal, right is extremely bright. Now right here we got the OD boost. This is basically a 3-position switch. You got low, off, and then high. Low, it's a clipping circuit, which will give you a little bit of a boost, and high, it just adds the compression, adds to the gain, and off in the middle makes it totally like just a stock Plexi. Now to the right here, we got gain levels. This is a fun switch too. What this does is it switches your first gain stage from a stock Plexi to middle position, which is more like a Soldano, and then high, which is more like the Jose high gain settings. So you got low, medium, high. And using these switches, you can make combinations anywhere in between. You can go from AC/DC / Van Halen, Metallica, all the way Megadeth. You can get crazy with this amp. So now we're going to take a look at the top. Top, we have our cup holder. Holds up to a super big gulp. I know people think that it's crazy, but you know what? How many times have you seen an amplifier on stage with drinks on top? You know, putting drink on top of your amplifier is crazy anyway, but here having a cup holder, you minimize the spillage. And plus it's sealed, so you don't have to worry about anything leaking down your amp. Here we have a handle which is offset. The transformers are over this side of the amp. So when you pick the amp up, even though from afar it looks like the handle is crooked on the amp, because you normally see handles in the middle. But what this does is it picks up right over the main heavier spot where the transformers are at. So when you pick up the amp, it picks it up heavy. I mean, it picks it up to where it's basically like picking up over the center of gravity, so it picks up level. That's what I meant to say. Alright, we're going to go through a little look-see at the back. We're using JJ tubes, EL34s, and 12AX7s. This is Firebolt number 1 here. Now here you got your standard controls here that some people are used to, and then you have a couple different ones. Here you got your little jack, you got your fuses, you have your impedance selector, you have the speaker outs. I installed an effects loop just for you guys that love effects. I personally don't use them, but this is a really good effects loop. It works great. Then right here you have a pull on, push off, master 2. This acts like an attenuator. What this does is while you're recording or you want to have home practice, you switch this little baby on and it brings the amp volume down to whisper volume, but you still get that heavy chunk like if you had your amp on full blast. So what I recommend is not having your amplifier on master 1 past halfway. You want to have it halfway or under to use this, and then pop this on and then adjust the taste. Over here you have your voicing and your depth control. The voicing takes care of a little bit of the mid character on up to the high end, and the depth control adds the boost on the lower end. So there you have it. Firebolt Blades amplification video demo coming soon. Enjoy, peoples. You look at the future.